welcome back to another episode of Rolling Upon. We're back after almost near the end of this week, man. I'm got busy with stuff in my life, so I wasn't able to record videos. But before we get into our first topic of today's episode, I do want to bring up that Bubba and Amanda Wallace are expecting their first child. So congrats to them. I think they're expecting this fall, so really, really cool, and congrats to them again. First thing, Fox Sports 1 got around 2.3 million viewers for this past weekend's race at Texas Motor Speedway. This is up 4% from last year's 9th race of the season. This was the 9th race. Last year's 9th race of the season was Martinsville, and that got around 2.2 million viewers. So up on there. And then also it was up from last year's Texas race, which was a playoff race. That got around 2 million viewers. So this is up a couple more 100,000. Really overall great to see an increase in viewership. We had two bad, down in ratings, two bad races as well. And when it comes to the short track races, we saw at Richmond and Martinsville. So really great to see the viewership up. Talladega's this week. Hopefully the weather doesn't affect the race on Sunday. We could see some good viewers because Talladega always is an exciting race. But great to see the viewership up this week. Next thing, according to Adam Stewart from Sports Business Journal, NASCAR is working with MGM Studios on a new romantic comedy movie about an ambitious sports agent who loses her superstar client before the start of a NASCAR season and decides to take a chance on a rebellious female dirt track racer. What the flip is NASCAR thinking here? Do they think someone that watches this movie, which is a comedy romantic movie about racing, is going to want to sit on their couch for 3+ hours watching cars turn left and sometimes right? I don't think so, especially not for a long time. If NASCAR wants long-term fans and young fans, NASCAR Full Speed is the way to go, and they showed that. That freaking series was awesome. I'm hoping season 2 comes out. There's a good chance it will. That's how you grow your fan base, not some freaking romantic comedy. They've had success with comedy movies like Talladega Nights, which is awesome. But they also had not so great success like The Crew, which had lasted one season. It was starring Kevin James on Netflix, right? All the possibility of being successful, but I think the only people that really watched it were probably NASCAR fans. I don't know, maybe, yes. I bet you there were some non-NASCAR fans, but I don't think those fans were like, yeah, now I want to go watch cars turn left for 3 hours. I don't think so. Also, what makes this worse is that we have the freaking on-track product is lacking a lot too, and now we're out here making movies, and we don't even have a good car on the freaking track. That isn't going to be great. Fans aren't going to like that. And also, to me, when it comes to when NASCAR fans see it like this, why the frick are we worrying about making movies when we're on track? The on-track product at certain tracks like short tracks, super speedways, I would say, even road courses, is lacking. And sometimes it's also lacking at the mile and a halves. But if they want to make this comedy movie be successful, and this is just my opinion, I think they gotta go get some popular actors, some high-level actors that have massive followings, millions of followers, and then those fans of those actors are going to watch that movie, and maybe you can be successful, and maybe you can get some eyeballs in your sport. But I don't think those eyeballs will last long-term, which I feel that's what NASCAR's trying to get, is long-term, young fans. Last thing I want to get into is the charter agreement between teams. According to Steve O'Donnell, who is the COO of NASCAR, he says, I think we're very close to a new charter system deal with teams. When you hear this, it's big. Okay, fine, we're close. There was a time a couple months ago that both teams in NASCAR are at a standstill. NASCAR was not a big fan. I know they were looking for around 50%. Right now it's 25%. 65% goes to tracks. Well, 3 people familiar with the teams said they disagree with NASCAR COO Steve O'Donnell's assessment of charter deal being very close. In my opinion, I'll be honest, I would agree more on what those 3 people that are close to the teams are saying than what Steve O'Donnell is saying. Because usually when you're an owner or a higher up of a league, you're always going to make it seem like it's better than it really is. And I feel like NASCAR has lied. They gave us false hope with a lot of things, in my opinion, in the past. So I'm going more with the teams. And I know Jimmy Johnson, I think, in a little media interview at Texas said that he thinks they're in 8th or 9th inning. So there's a lot of different rumors, a lot of people say different things. Look, I really hope when it comes to this charter agreement that the teams get what they want, because if the teams can be able to have a lot more of their expenses paid for, would be big. Hopefully, and then teams could become more profitable, make more money. Because I know Hendrick Motorsports, in an interview with Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. interviewed Jeff Gordon on his podcast a couple of months ago, around the same week as the Daytona 500, said that Hendrick Motorsports hasn't made money in 10 years. And if Hendrick Motorsports isn't making money, then no one else is making money. So if NASCAR teams get what they want, they can hopefully make some money and it'll be a profitable business. Because that's also why the whole charter agreement, the charter deal, that's why teams want the charter to be permanent, because that's the only source of income. When you buy a charter, it's worth a lot. And then when you sell a charter, you're going to sell for lots of millions and millions of dollars. And that's how you hopefully make money or profit off that. That's the only that's the only thing that's really worth anything. Because everything else isn't worth anything. Any of the parts and pieces to these cars aren't worth anything unless you have a charter. That guarantees you a spot. But also, there's a bigger deal because the tracks don't want to give up any of their percentage because it costs a lot from the tracks. So from all this, all I'm going to say, I feel like, is that maybe it could be closer, but we're hearing different things from both sides. One says it's close, one says they don't think so. And all I'll say is time will tell. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Stay tuned to more NASCAR content. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned to my Talladega preview. Besides that, like and subscribe. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.